It's December 1991. The Soviet Union collapses. Orion Pictures, the studio behind RoboCop, Platoon, and Dances with Wolves, files for bankruptcy. And Hulk Hogan beats The Undertaker to become a 4-time WWF World Champion. Music was dominated by Michael Jackson. Black or White, Genesis's I Can't Dance, and Christmas #1 was a re-release of Bohemian Rhapsody after Freddie's death. But at the cinema was a 6th Star Trek, Father of the Bride, JFK, and this week's movie about a bald man with one hand and a lawyer of going Irish who forgot he was a legendary fucking book character. It is Hook. Excellent. Right, I got through the intro. That's a start.
Well done. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Jesus. Welcome back to the Rewind Classic Movies podcast about films we probably saw as kids, even if we didn't understand the adult themes. I'm GB, and eventually I am here with AJ.
Your great and worthy opponent.
You have been this week when we've been trying to record.
I know, right? It is indeed me, AJ, and we're both in the same room together because now, officially, we both live in the same country.
Huzzah!
Admittedly, like 2 hours away, and I've just driven here for 2 hours to do it. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine.
It is fine. What have you been up to? We could finally explain that you're off of the shipping container that you've been locked in for 3 weeks.
Yes.
And you've made it to our shores. Were you like Kevin Costner in Prince of Thieves kissing the sand when you finally got to Blighty?
Yeah, absolutely. I was doing the Waterworld bit for a while. Kevin Costner in Waterworld.
You developed gills.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Mutant! I now arrived back in England, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, something like that. Yeah, I have been moving into a house, and in fact, actually gutting it and renovating it, and now here we are.
And we're drinking beer.
We are indeed drinking beer.
I've been married, I've been honeymooned, and I've started a new job.
Of course, that's a valid point. I do forget that you've done some serious things in your life as well. We've both been unbelievably busy. You've got married, started a new job. I've moved across a continent and ripped a house to pieces and fitted a kitchen.
And you're much happier for it.
I will get back to you on that. And then tomorrow I'm going to France.
Yes.
Or the day after. For a month.
And we might be doing some... You've come back to the UK and we might start recording again in different countries.
We are immediately going away to film in different countries. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be wonderful.
Before we get started, you can join the Patreon for ad-free listening, early access, bonus features and more at patreon.com/rewind classic movies.
But you can also support the show for free by leaving a review wherever you listen or by telling someone else about it. If you know someone that likes Hook, then send them a link or tell them to search for us.
Well done.
Thanks for showing me your notes.
Yeah, I know.
Because normally I've got these notes in front of me and I don't anymore, and I've just got this book of notes which I wrote on the plane when I was watching the film coming over to the UK.
And they don't have the ad reads in them.
No.
I thought I'd get it up for you.
Wonderful.
Directed by Steven Spielberg, who had done Jaws, E.T. and Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade, and released in 1991. Hook cost... Do you know what it cost?
110 million.
$70 million.
70, okay.
It would make $300 million worldwide and was the 4th highest grossing film of the year and received 5 Oscar nominations, including Best Visual Effects, Best Costume Design, Best Makeup, Best Art Direction, and Best Original Song for When You're Alone.
Each one of those does not surprise me at all.
No.
At all. Fully deserved. Shame it didn't win any of them.
Despite the huge box office, reviews were mixed, and Spielberg himself later said repeatedly that he was disappointed with it.
I know. He needs a slap.
Tell me about your history with the movie.
I've seen this film so many times. I don't know. I have no idea. Loads and loads and loads. I used to have this film in the original VHS box. So it wasn't recorded off the TV. It was a bought VHS with the sleeve and everything.
Nice.
And you remember when the little corners used to get chipped off on the VHS boxes? You used to catch your thumb on them. I know I did that on this one. I've had this film and I've watched it many, many times, and I've watched it with my children many, many times. So I have seen this film loads, and I know a lot of the lines consequently, and I know what's coming, and I know what's happening, and yet it doesn't matter. It's great fun. So yeah, seen this loads. What about you?
I grew up with it. Loved it. I was 10, 11 years old. Had no idea that people had alternative views on it.
Right.
Just loved it.
Yep.
Right. I didn't know that until about an hour ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
The alternative views?
This is new news to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I'm aware of the alternative views on it, and I know that some people are slightly less forgiving of it.
But did you know that when you were a kid watching it?
No, not at all.
No, it's
not
just
at all.
pure enjoyment.
Oh, pure. Still to this day. Yeah, absolutely.
I vividly remember how excited I was to get the Game Boy game.
I didn't know there was a Game Boy game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it much like the movie? Probably not. But just, do you remember Game Boy games?
Yeah.
The little square cardboard box they would come in was so like magical.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was brilliant. The game was impossibly hard. I don't think I played it very much.
I think I had Worms on my Game Boy.
Oh, classic.
That was always fun.
Yeah.
That was great with the bazooka and... Yes! Oh, man. So much fun.
But let's talk about the start of the movie.
This
is your bit.
Yes. Yes, the start of the movie starts like many movies. It starts.
Yes.
And
we get some titles.
Yes. How does it... I remember, basically, I can remember when he's in the office.
Before we get started, I'm going to put my hat on because it's cold. I put a shirt on as well. It's a bit nippy, isn't it? Mm. He's doing businessman things. And then he misses his son's game, and yeah. So he's a bit of a wanker.
He is, yeah. He's doing the businessman thing. He's got the mobile phones and the holsters. He's playing the big I am. He's actually some sort of executive guy.
When I saw that mobile phone holster thing, I used to have one in the 90s, early 2000s.
No way, were you an early adopter?
I want one for my iPhone. Not that I have an iPhone, I want one for my Android device.
That's cool.
That's better than your pocket, isn't it?
Right. He's doing the businessman, so he clearly got a high-flying businessman. He's, I'm going to be late for your son's game. No, I'm not going to be made up for. Doesn't turn up to his son's game.
Unforgivable.
I mean, it's awful, isn't it? The big game he needs to turn up to. But the thing is, it's been in so many films, this narrative as well. I'm missing the ball game.
But don't tell it. Don't do the whole, I promise you I will be there.
I know. I'll try and make it. I mean, I tell my son often, it's like, I don't know if I'm going to make it back or not, or I'm abroad. I don't know if I'll be back that week or whatever. Yep. It's just a thing. We have lives and they happen, but yeah.
You don't promise.
No, I promise I'll be there. It's like, no, don't do that. Never promise. Never promise. But he did, and he didn't turn up. And then they got on a plane to London, and his son's pissed off with him, and it's really funny because they were flying, and his son's there, banging the window. And I'm sat on a plane next to my son, who's next to the window, watching this scene. And about 2 weeks previously, a man got sucked off on a...
Sorry.
A man got sucked out of a window on an EasyJet flight in Greece. Or EasyJet or Ryanair. Did you read that in the news?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, and he's talking about, I'm not going to get sucked out the window, and he's banging a baseball on the side of the window. I was like, this is a bit weird.
Yeah. Very meta.
That was quite funny. And they all fly to London. There's this big fundraiser. And Maggie Smith. Wow. And
who doesn't look any younger or older than
I was just going to say,
us.
1991, like, she looks quite old there. Not that, that's a bad thing at all. And then suddenly, the recent stuff that she did, I don't know, Ladies in Lavender.
It filmed in one of our hometowns.
In our part of the world. I mean, looks the same. Maggie Smith has always got this constant sort of learned lady, if you will. Yeah.
I don't remember the start of this movie at all. Mm-hmm. That very early businessman stuff. I had no recollection of.
Why would you not interested in it? It's set. I mean, I remember it. I remember, but as a kid, I always remember the fantasy stuff. They get to Neverland.
I was torn on whether did my dad not press record in time and miss the first few minutes, or as a kid have I gone, that bit doesn't interest me. I'll start from the minute that Hook turns up in the bedroom type.
I reckon that is a thing that we do as kids. That's a boring bit, so it's going to... Well, the adventure stuff, right. Now I'm going to start paying attention.
Like we cut out the trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't love the start, and I just feel like it's kind of classic Spielberg and the family and the relationships, but I just thought, is there a better way of starting the movie than the school play thing?
I don't want to grow up.
Yeah, it didn't hook me.
Oh, very good. I don't know. I quite like that.
Yeah, but as we follow them to London, the story becomes about not growing up and how adults have lost who they were, and the kids, seem to be too old for them and all that kind of thing. The emotion of that really hit me, which it would never have done before.
Yeah.
But now being a parent who doesn't see his kids as much, that was very much an emotional point early in the movie.
Yeah.
And the bit I was trying to work out is how much of that is because Robin Williams is on screen. which is always in the back of my mind throughout most of this movie now.
When was the last time you saw this film, do you think? When did you last see this film?
It would have been before 1997.
Wow. So
because that's when I moved from sort of London to Cornwall. And I don't think I would have watched it after that.
Right.
My last memory of watching this film is in London.
Blimey. Okay, so it's a long, long time.
But we would be on repeat.
Sure.
Like me and my brother would watch Hook all the time.
Sure.
Almost as much as Aladdin.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it often, at least every couple of years.
Really?
It will get rotated around, down to the fact that actually Olive was watching over my shoulder at one point, my daughter, and she said, I know exactly what song's playing. I had my headphones on and stuff. She said, I know what song's playing. I was like, yeah, you're absolutely right. So yeah, we know it so well.
It's a very different movie as an adult. As a kid, I enjoyed it for very different reasons. As an adult now, I just really love the concept of the movie, of this idea of a popular character who's forgotten who he is. I think that's a brilliant setup for a movie.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I just remember feeling like anyone could be a hero, but they've just forgotten who they are.
It's funny. I remember as a kid thinking, how could you forget?
Yeah.
And I understand now it's a metaphor. I get it as an adult, what they're trying to say.
Well, I think we'll get into that a bit later.
Okay, cool. Nice.
But but let's talk about how this movie came.
Let's, because we're waxing lyrical here.
Yes. Unlike us.
I know.
So Spielberg's mother used to read Peter and Wendy to him at bedtime, and when he was 11 years old, he directed the school production of it.
Oh, brilliant.
Which is mad, because when I was 11, I was watching this and making home videos of Through the Keyhole with my nan's house.
Lloyd Grossman.
Yes, who lives in a house like this?
this?
I literally did that when I was 11 on a camcorder. Spielberg had been working on making a film with Disney that was sort of a remake of previous movie versions of Peter Pan, including the 1924 silent film. And at one point, there was a version of Hook that was going to be a musical with Michael Jackson.
Oh, wow. Which does make sense, because he's a massive fan of this.
He's kind of the real life Peter Pan.
He is.
So he was going to be the lead, and apparently Jacko was not interested, because he didn't like the idea of Peter Pan forgetting about his past.
Okay, interesting.
I can't believe that Michael Jackson turned down the chance to play Peter Pan in the Steven Spielberg movie.
That is nuts, isn't it?
It's like a dream role for him. That is like a role, if you were to be bold enough, that is the role that he could define.
I mean, it's true, right? It is.
But then, at the same time, in hindsight, a movie about Michael Jackson, going with the kids, and no, we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hoffman was cast as Hook, and the film went into pre-production in 1985.
In 85, Hoffman was cast that. So, God.
And filming was going to start in England when Spielberg dropped out because his first son was born.
Wow.
So in steps Nick Castle,
Okay.
director of The Last Starfighter.
Yeah. Right.
And he's thought to have come up with the idea of Peter Pan actually growing up after questions from his kids. And then based the character on friends he had at Wall Street, that early businessman.
Yeah.
Then Robin Williams signs on. Castle was paid off with $500,000.
Whoa, for doing absolutely nothing?
For doing not a lot.
Wow.
Because of creative differences between him, Williams, and Hoffman.
Okay. Did Hoffman get involved with it? Yeah.
It's Dustin Hoffman.
True.
So Spielberg was brought back. The script was rewritten again with help from various people, including Carrie Fisher, who did a lot of Tinkerbell's dialogue. The great unknown script doctor of Hollywood, Carrie Fisher.
Wow.
She worked on a lot.
Did she?
Behind the scenes.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It was filmed over 9 sound stages.
I only know her in Blues Brothers. She did anything else?
Our Princess, R.I.P. Filmed over 9 sound stages over more than 100 days, which is 40 more than planned. It really ran over. And that caused the budget.
9 sound stages. I do. It doesn't surprise me though. I mean, look at the set.
And they were big. They were big sound stages.
Yeah.
So the budget went from $48 million to $70 million. Spielberg blamed himself for working slower than usual. So yeah, an interesting background. Let's talk about the cast. Robin Williams?
Why not?
Peter Banning.
Wow. I mean, he's brilliant, obviously. He's great. I love all of his stuff. But funnily enough, he doesn't do his usual character performance. He plays it quite straight. I mean, I know when he's with the Lost Boys and all those sorts of things, he does the voices. But if you think about him in Mrs. Doubtfire or when he's, I don't know, in Aladdin.
darling.
You know, all of these. It's so he doesn't do much of the voices. He plays quite straight, and he plays quite an not angry, but tired, overworked, quite stressed dad. You know, I mean, I wouldn't say unlikable.
He's just letting his kids down.
He is letting his kids down, but like
he shouts at them in the bedroom.
Yeah, he does, but who doesn't? My son listens to this quite a lot, so that's quite funny. You know, it's. I wouldn't say he's unlikable.
Oh, okay.
I know you don't want to like him because you're coming at this as a perspective of kids because it's Neverland and Hook and all that sort of stuff. But like, I get it. So he plays quite a straight character in this for me, and yes, he does do the silly stuff. But you know that he can do so much sillier. Like if you've seen him in Mork and Mindy or any of these things, you know. But he plays great. He plays it brilliantly. He's absolutely perfectly cast.
Even as Peter Pan, he's not silly.
No.
It's youthful.
It is youthful, absolutely.
He is the perfect choice to play a grown-up Peter Pan.
What I wanted to know is, because he's very good at ad-libbing, I wanted to know when he was trading the insults at the table, if that was ad-lib.
Yeah, so Dante Basco, who played Rufio.
Okay. Rufio!
R.I.P. said,
Really?
In the film...
right.
said that it was great fun and they sort of stuck to their lines for that bit.
Yeah.
But then Robin Williams would turn to Steven Spielberg and go, can I do one more?
Yeah, classic.
Then come up with things.
I thought
and
so.
Rufio, the actor, was kind of like trying different approaches of how do you match that? Do you stick to the script? Do you try and come up with it? And you can't match Robin Williams in the moment. And he was like even trying to cut him off and all sorts of things.
What did he say? Like short-sighted gynecologist at one point, which I only noticed this time around.
That's got to be an ad-lib.
I mean, it sounds like it. I mean, that must have flown. I didn't notice that as a kid. Why would you? That's so funny.
Some think that Tom Hanks was Spielberg's first choice.
Oh,
but Tom Hanks himself has said it's not true.
Oh right. Oh okay. I mean, I can see that.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd like to see that.
They were going to have Kevin Kline.
Okay.
Yeah, the underwear guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But he couldn't do it because he was too busy.
Okay.
Imagine being too busy for a Spielberg movie.
What was he filming? Fish Called Wonder at the time.
Yeah, something like that.
Brilliant film.
But yeah, Robin Williams, brilliant. Anything else on Robin Williams for you for now?
No.
Brilliant. Dustin Hoffman as Captain James Hook.
Perfect.
Do you want to... I feel like you're going to do an impression.
No, Jack. You are. No, my great and worthy. I mean, but... No. We're playing about Jackson. No, stop it.
He's going a bit Emperor now.
Yeah. Do it.
As a kid, I had no idea it was Dustin Hoffman, obviously.
I didn't know who Dustin Hoffman was as a kid.
And then as an adult, you go, that's Dustin Hoffman.
So Dustin Hoffman. It is the most wonderful pantomime villain character portrayed outside of pantomime, which I love anyway, and is a very British thing, in fairness, but he has got that nailed. And as an American actor, his accent is so camp that it doesn't matter that it's like... and it seems to change quite a lot.
Yeah.
It changes quite a lot, but it doesn't matter. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. He must have had so much fun playing it, I'm sure.
Undoubtedly, he had fun. Would you say this is one of the most pantomime movies ever? Is it the closest thing to an English pantomime in Hollywood movie form?
Do you know what? That's a valid question.
Well, even like
his character is, but in the sets, yes, very much so. I think you're right. There's not so much... There's not so much parody, which obviously you get a lot of in pantomime, but I think from a set point of view, and certainly the villain, absolutely, and the I don't know, the good versus evil, or the Peter Pan versus Hook. Yes, you're absolutely right.
And we even get a woman dressed up as a man.
I know, right? We just
need a man dressed up as a woman.
Yeah.
As a kid, we liked him, and he was just this lovable bad guy.
He was.
When
Absolutely.
Jack becomes his son, and they bond.
Yeah,
it was almost a bit like, that's quite cool.
Yeah,
imagine that being like Hook's son.
Right.
He's just endlessly entertaining, and when he's huffing and puffing and pondering over Peter Pan, is that you, Peter? It's just so brilliant to watch.
My great and worthy opponent. It's just...
you can do that 3 more times this podcast.
No.
But apparently Dustin Hoffman felt really intimidated by the part.
Really?
He was nervous to get it right.
Interesting.
He felt there's this really incredible weight on him, Williams and Spielberg to deliver what people were expecting.
Well, he bloody did. In spades.
Yeah. I think Spielberg was encouraging him to be more theatrical and over the top, which he did. What's interesting...
He did. He did. I mean, the thing is, you can ham something up and you can take it to pantomime, you can. But I think he just got it absolutely spot on.
It never goes too far.
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't. And the costume and the way he not only acts, but also the way he takes the head off, and then he puts the hook and changes the hook over, and there's just so many interactions about his character that are wonderful that I love. So yeah.
And what's interesting, and I never thought about before until now, is Peter is the boy who never grew up, who actually grew up. Mm-hmm. And Hook, with all the clocks, is afraid of time, right?
Yeah.
And he's actually scared to grow up and scared of the passage of time.
Yeah.
That never dawned on me until now. And as someone who's probably past the halfway mark of life, that's a fear I can relate to. And it makes me look at this movie differently than ever before. Mm-hmm. So I like the levels that this works on. And it's terrifying.
It is. You're right. I mean, yeah, since I've turned 40 recently, I'm sort of going, well, if I'm halfway, then I'm doing well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We're halfway there.
We're standing on a chair.
Oh dear. Bob Hoskins as Smee.
I mean, they cast this so well, didn't they? They did, didn't they?
Brilliant.
It's just like this proper Cockney sort of bosun quartermaster. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. Just wonderful.
And with any other cast in any other film, he would steal the movie.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah,
but we got Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman.
I know,
but he's up there, isn't it? He's so close to stealing it.
Yeah,
and him and Hoffman are fantastic together. I would take a whole movie of those two.
Yes, a spin-off.
Yes. I mean, we can't.
No, we can't now, obviously.
But I would have taken lots of that. Imagine now, if this movie came out now, you'd have a whole TV series of those two on their adventures.
Oh man,
fucking wonderful.
That would be incredible.
I found this on Reddit, which I find interesting.
Okay.
Someone did a Reddit post that said Dustin Hoffman and Bob Hoskins said to get the chemistry just right between the characters, they played them like they were in a homosexual relationship, but without the flamboyant stereotypes. And they added, it worked quite well, I think.
It did.
Did you ever think of them as a gay couple?
No, not in the slightest.
I do now.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, I mean, he even kisses him at one point, doesn't he? When he's trying to calm him down and stuff. But it doesn't feel like in any way homosexual or gay or anything like that. It just feels like he's the quartermaster, the bosun, and he's just comforting him, and he's like, oh, calm down, like he's looking after him like he's a child. The dynamics on it are mental, but actually it just feels.
And then part of me at some points was like,
or maybe I've just seen it so many times that it is normal. I don't know. I would love to see this film now for the first time. I would love to see what it's like and what I would think about it, and just go, what the fuck is it? I want to know. I will never know, because I loved it so much as a kid that I'll continue loving it now, but I want to know how I'd feel about watching this now.
There's a bit where Hook's going off on something and Smee's like eating his dinner, like secretly.
Yeah.
And part of me always
he's piling up a plate for him, isn't it? He keeps eating it.
But part of me always wondered whether Smee was a bit like he was going to desert Hook at any opportunity if he had to.
Oh, interesting.
As a kid, I was just a bit like, I don't know if he really likes him, if he's just doing his job or what.
And
now I'm very much like, I think they're in a sexless marriage. I love it. I could totally see that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Julia Roberts as Tinkerbell.
Yep.
This is heartbreaking. Do you not think? She has so much of her role is sadness. She helps Peter find his pan, but she's maybe the character that misses out on what she wants the most.
But she wants Peter, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing.
And she ends the film sad and unloved.
Yeah.
She doesn't get anything.
Yeah, but she's
There's
a fucking
no redemption.
fairy. It's not like, I mean, I know she grows up, but she has that adult period, like, and he's like, no, I can't bang you because
I love my wife.
Exactly.
Very admirable.
And before then, I loved my wife's mother.
Yes, that's weird, isn't it?
Elephant in the room. If there's anything in the film, it's just like, but it's fine.
It just struck me as odd that you have this character who, by the end of the movie, has nothing good happen, apart from the things she does for other people.
Well, yeah, but she's the fairy of Neverland. I know, it is a weird one. I don't remember that. I mean, I must admit, I've not actually really read the book or seen any other sort of Peter Pan related stuff. So I don't know how Tinkerbell feels. I wonder if they wrote that in for this particular film. I'm sure she's just a sort of, a fairy that exists. So the fact that she's got a vague love interest for Peter Pan is, I don't know, maybe a
she
bit
clashed
weird.
a bit with Spielberg on set as well.
Oh, really?
They were sort of friends, I think. They got on, and she felt like he was a bit unfair to her, and then they just had this bit of an odd thing happen. I think they've worked through it and they're over it. It was just probably a stressful scenario.
Okay, fair enough.
Odd. Let's fly through a couple of the other bits so we can move on to some other stuff. But you got Peter's kids, who I think bring so much to the movie. Charlie Cosmo and Amber Scott, who Amber Scott seems to have done nothing since. Joseph Mazzello was turned down for the role of Jack for being too young. Spielberg would later cast him as Tim in Jurassic Park.
Oh,
yeah.
No way.
I get those two actors confused.
Yes,
they're very
similar. They are. Yeah.
The kids are good though. Faultless, really. Maggie's a bit whiny, but
Maggie is whiny, but she's also a younger girl, so fair enough.
I wondered for a minute if that was a young Denise Richards.
Oh, holy shit! I see it. Yeah. You're right.
Weird, isn't it?
Interesting. Yeah. I don't like his son. Yeah, I don't like him personally. I mean, I've got nothing at all against him at all. I think it's weird. I think this is maybe me. I don't know if this is racist or not, but like, it's the whole baseball American thing. I think there's this weird dynamic between like all the Lost Boys, and I think it's into the Lost Boys. Everyone's American. And it's like, but Hook's British, and everything about Peter Pan is British, and all the Americans are all the Lost Boys are American, and and there's something about me that can't quite. What? And they flew to London. Because it's such a British story. Oh, just make it British then. In a way, maybe that's unfair.
Should have been playing
I think it is
rounders.
unfair. Exactly. Why are they all cricket? Or rugby, or something British, polo.
Well, that's your unreasonable take on the movie.
Because there's a great line where Smee says to him, tell me about his baseball. Then are they standing up there on horseback? And it's just great. It's just a great throwaway line. But he's obviously English and playing an English thing, and the Hook's English and everything. There's a very British element to it. Obviously British story, but I just felt. I don't know. I feel like a bit of a dick saying this. It's awful. I think
that's probably how people perceive it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's fine. That's fine.
I like it when they do the baseball bit towards the end, and they're just like shooting each other and in no way playing baseball.
So, what is it? He says a very violent game. This. It's great.
The Lost Boys.
Yes.
They all look very distinguishable.
Yes.
And unique. I think they're all good. I can imagine what a nightmare that could have been on set with kids that age, but I think they pulled it off. They made them look like a nice little gang of kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dante Basco as Rufio, really strong. Can't believe he actually dies. Spoilers. Yeah. Was you shocked by his death?
I was.
Yeah.
It's one that remains with me. It's up there with Vesper Lind.
Sure. Bambi. Dante described himself, Rufio, as the Bambi of the movie or something, which is great. I think, like,
that's quite funny.
Even now, like when he died, when I was watching it this time, I thought to myself, does he come back?
No,
because I thought it's it's a kids' movie. I think he comes back at some point.
Yeah,
no,
he's gone. No, I did, and there's certain references to like Hook says to his son at some point, I smashed this clock after I gutted him. And there are certain things that they say that I like killing Lost Boys, or that's what I like doing. Killing all of this. Oof. But as a kid I didn't notice it, and watching as an adult now I'm going, oh bloody hell.
Yeah.
No, this is a bit violent.
Yeah.
Rufio
wasn't in the original Peter Pan story. He was created for Hook.
Yeah.
But my favourite Lost Boy is Roushan Hammond. Probably pronounced that wrong, as the Thudbutt, which is the larger child.
Yes. Who rolls?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And they did a reunion in 2016. They all got back into costume, did a photo shoot, and they all looked amazing. Still recognisable.
That you can see on screen right now.
Yeah.
Lovely. There we go. Which I'm also seeing for the first time when I watch this back.
Yeah. There's some cameos in it as well.
Yes.
David Crosby's in it.
No.
As a pirate. Yeah.
No way.
And Jimmy Buffett.
Oh God, I didn't know that either.
You know Glenn Close.
Obviously, Glenn Close.
About Glenn Close.
That's the classic one.
As a pirate who doesn't look... You'd never know. In the Boo Boo Box.
Boo.
Star Wars creator George Lucas.
Not you.
Yes.
You.
George Lucas is in it.
George... Really?
Yeah, and Carrie Fisher.
Mate, and Carrie Fisher's in it.
Yeah, they play the kissing couple that gets sprinkled with fairy dust.
Wow.
Yeah. And Phil Collins as the police inspector. Obviously,
Phil Collins.
You know about Phil Collins.
I knew about Phil Collins being in it, yeah.
As well as young Gwyneth Paltrow, just 18 years old.
Yes. Where young Wendy. Yep.
Any more on the cast?
Before she got a bit weird about her vagina and candles.
Yeah. Or, if you really want to place this, before she got her boobs out in Shakespeare in Love.
Yes, she did, didn't she? That is a good film, though.
Which is obviously a historical marker in the sand.
It definitely is, yeah.
Visuals. Not much for me on visuals.
I mean, beautifully shot. The sets are fantastic and all that sort of stuff, but visuals specifically, I mean, there's not a whole stack of special effects or green screen or anything like that. I mean, or that it's massively noticeable, or like that's a bit janky or whatever. I think there's quite a lot of live action used. Like you said, it's crossed nine
sound stages, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I think
I'm repeating beer and I'm trying to talk and realising it's coming up.
I mean, it looks almost unreal to me, and I think there's some really good matte paintings, but they're not like hyper realistic.
No, but he's looking over Neverland, and there's quite a few that's a matte painting, but it doesn't matter because it makes it look more storybook and magical.
Yes,
it looks wonderful.
It's stylized.
You're looking through his eyes at looking at a book of Neverland. So I really like that. Yeah.
Spielberg said recently that he was out of his comfort zone filming this,
which is weird.
Weird, right?
Really?
Steven Spielberg,
because especially at 1991 in his career, I mean, he's made some absolutely huge films.
But I can also see how it's different. And the stuff on Neverland, he said, was his least favourite. And there's a great quote from him. He said, "There are parts of Hook I love. I'm really proud of my work right up through Peter being hauled off in the parachute out the window heading for Neverland," which is pretty much the start of the movie.
Yes.
I'm a little less proud of the Neverland sequences because I'm uncomfortable with that highly stylised world that today, of course, I would probably have done with live action character work inside a completely digital set. And I'm going, please don't do that.
No. That's what we don't want.
But we didn't have the technology to do it then, and my imagination only went as far as building physical sets and trying to paint trees blue and red.
Excellent. More of that.
Yeah. Some of the flying compositing isn't perfect. Mm-hmm. It's decent for 91. I never noticed anything as a kid. And then some of the stunts and fights, which is where I feel like we can't go down a rabbit hole on this.
No.
The sword play is not the best initially. Quite basic, but it does get better.
It does.
And there's moments where like he knocks over lots of pirates or stuff by headbutting two of them at once.
Yes,
and stuff.
Where Robin Williams and Peter Captain Hook do some excellent sword fighting, because I watched it about 3 times recently, just to make sure. But if we're not going to go down a rabbit hole, then I'll leave it there. But I was going to talk about some of the parry ripostes they did, because they were actually being taught clearly by good swords. But yes, fine. Sorry.
We're over halfway into
Sorry.
But yeah, the sword fighting gets better, doesn't it? But for a kids' film,
it's fine. For a kids' film, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah. Visually, I think it's a visually stunning movie. The music, there is potentially lots to talk about here. We don't have to talk about it for too long, because there is a podcast episode that will be coming up later at the end of the season, where I talk to Ciara Kay, who's a composer and student at Berklee College of Music, and we talk about our favourite John Williams scores. She talks about Hook, and so people can look out for that one for a more intelligent conversation from someone who knows about music. She talks about how he has many musical...
What are you trying to say?
Well, we can do rock and roll, mate.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I don't compose.
If I needed to talk about rock and roll on stage as a performer and a front man, we could have a whole podcast episode on that, myself.
We could indeed.
But she talks about how he has lots of musical toys in his palette to play with, how he was influenced by sea shanties of the past, and she talks about some of the classical influences that mean little to me, very foreign names. She talks about Russian-sounding people.
Right.
Probably not Russian, but
God knows.
Oskis and things.
If you had to score this film, what would you give it?
The soundtrack?
Yeah. Sorry, score.
Score.
Scores
on the scores of the scores.
Well, that should be a new part we do in this podcast.
Yeah.
Score the score.
Yeah. Well, we do it.
What do you rank it?
A or B.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
A?
You? Or me?
A?
Me? A?
I'd probably go A.
A? Okay, fair enough. S.
Right.
I listen to this on a regular. Yeah. I do. Like, it's my favourite John Williams soundtrack. But
what else is there?
well, I really like the whimsical bit when he turns up to the game. It's just this sort of whimsical music. There's no part of the soundtrack, the theme or the overture. It's just like some filler music kind of thing, but it really sticks out.
I think for me, you don't have that obvious Williams motif per character as much in this, which that's the only reason I wouldn't go to S, because that's what I love about his stuff. I think it's almost more sophisticated, and I'm not a very sophisticated person musically, but it's a magical soundtrack, and it's definitely one of his best. Nominated for an Oscar.
Yep.
Lost to
another one of his, was it?
No.
Oh right.
Alan Menken's Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, right.
Which feels criminal.
It does a little bit, doesn't it?
And that may come up next week when we fast forward and look at the top 10 grossing movies of 1991.
Mind you, I was saying that we were only singing Be Our Guest the other day, because obviously we love musicals. We were in the car. Be our guest, put our service to the test. Tie your napkin round your neck, Sherry, and we'll provide the rest. So to short or does, while we only live to... So, no, you really ought to get into musicals.
Is that Beauty and the Beast?
It is. But you like Aladdin.
I like Aladdin.
But there are others.
Sure.
Not just Disney. I mean, Spielberg did West Side Story. You should do me a favour and watch that.
No.
Oh, no.
I liked Tarzan. Tarzan, done by Phil Collins.
Yes.
That was good.
We were talking about that last night because we were watching a 1986 episode, Top of the Pops, where it came... You know, they had the information at the bottom of the screen, and they're talking about how he's called Tarzan.
Yeah.
Which is
great.
Cool.
I used to put that when I worked in the video shop. I used to put that on the regular and listen to that. It's great.
Great fun.
The score does get a bit Harry Potter at times. Do you think? Like when the kids were about to be taken?
Yes. Maybe. I've only seen Harry Potter, I think, maybe once. Yeah. I'm not really a Harry Potter person.
For a man with his career, I'm sure it's okay for him to revisit some melodies occasionally.
Yes.
There's some deep choral parts when Wendy's trying to get him to remember who he is that I felt was very Star Wars, like very dark side.
Oh. Remember who you are, Peter.
I am your father. No, that's not. The trailer for Hook used music from an entirely different movie.
No way, really?
The score for Hook wasn't finished, so it was a song called "The Dance of the Witches" that's on the trailer.
All right,
and that is from the Witches of Eastwick,
The Witches of Eastwick,
which is another
Cher.
John Williams movie. No, Cher's
the Witch of Eastwick.
Is she?
I know that because we were watching Top of the Pops last night and it came up at the bottom because she was in... She's won a couple of Oscars as well.
Yeah. So yes,
which
that's
I didn't
great.
know until last night.
The Witches of Eastwick score is the trailer for Hook.
That's hilarious.
And the score's been revised loads over the years. Initially, the release was like a single CD, and then there was an expanded edition.
There is, yes,
that had imperfections.
Yep.
And then in 2023, there was the Ultimate Edition, which was 3 CDs.
Yeah. I have it.
Do you?
I do.
Genuinely?
I actually have it. Genuinely.
You tell me
it's in the
then.
roof somewhere. It's up in the loft. Is it? Yeah, I've got the 3 CDs. Yes.
So the first 2 are just the movie in order, right? And then the third... So I've got this quote from the Legacy of John Williams website that says, "But the real surprise of this new Ultimate Edition is the third disc, a programme presenting for the first time all the songs written by John Williams and lyricist Leslie Bricusse when Hook was supposed to be a full-on movie musical, interjected by additional alternate score cues and source music pieces." So is there sung songs then on that third CD? You've never listened to it. You've left that third one in there. You've gone alternate material. Won't listen to that. Yeah, you've gone CD 1 and 2. This is the movie.
I think probably only CD 1.
Well, as a man who likes musicals, there's a whole fucking musical on CD 3.
Basically, I think it was at like a charity shop or something like that. I want to say that I found it on the shelf and I was like, I like that.
Didn't envisage you buying a 3 CD set
I know.
full price.
I know.
Yes.
I don't have many CDs. I've got a signed Steve Martin CD of his band.
That's great.
I've got some other bits and pieces. I think they're mostly signed things. I know this Hook is one of them, and a few other bits and pieces, but nothing major.
In terms of audio things in the movie, there's only one thing I dislike, and that's the crowing. Found that very irritating.
Very irritating, that.
No, you can leave that.
Yeah, I don't know why they crow or why they do anything that they do, because they're kids, I suppose, isn't it?
Bangarang, Peter. I like that.
Bangarang. Yes, bangarang. I like that.
Let's talk about things we want to talk about.
Let's.
Do you want to go first?
Yes.
You can read your handwriting.
Yeah, right. Shooting the guy. No.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, shooting the guy through the checkbook.
Yeah.
I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
Naming price is just, it's like, right, how much? And bang. Guy just but it takes comically long time. It's a bit like Indiana Jones, he does the sword fighting and shoots him.
He gets shot and 10 seconds later he falls over.
He's like, it's just great. That's just brilliant. I love that. It's just a classic bit of comedy. But again, quite dark in a sort of way.
Yeah. That should really be on the favourite scenes and lines, but sure.
It should. I realised that actually when I said shooting the guy, and I was like, oh no, but
you stopped yourself. I encouraged you.
But with that, yeah, you did. You encouraged me. Don't encourage me. No, don't feed the bear.
Spielberg. I just want to talk about Spielberg. Mm-hmm. There's so much great storytelling and backstory and emotion crammed into this, but it never feels rushed.
It's not at all, and it doesn't feel like it's jammed down your throat. It's like, this is the story you need to be taking home. Look, you can have some fun watching this, or you can take home this or this message or whatever. But it's just a fantasy load of fun. Cool,
just wonderful storytelling. There's more than half an hour without Peter Pan, and in a way it's a slow build, but lots of subtly happening stuff as we go. There's always something to drag us along. And Spielberg's an absolute master of families and relationships and all that stuff that he creates this believable world.
Absolutely what he does, yeah.
And he said that the troubled relationship that Jack has with his dad, Peter Banning, mirrored his own problems with his own father. I've gone all lost in powers. E.T. and Last Crusade have elements of like that father-son relationship.
Isn't that Matt Berry?
No, I was doing... yes, that is, yeah.
Yes, I hear you, Clem Fandango.
Yeah, brilliant. There's a quote from Spielberg that says, I think a lot of people today are losing their imagination because they are work-driven. They're self-involved with work and success and arriving at the next plateau that children and family almost become incidental. I have even experienced it myself when I've been on a very tough shoot and I've not seen my kids except on weekends. They ask for my time and I can't give it to them because I'm working. So it's sort of a bit autobiographical.
It is. And it's funny that you touch on that because it's something that I wanted to talk about because...
The right section for it.
It is. Funnily enough, here we are. I'm guilty of just that, and I've realised that I don't have time, and it's, oh God, I don't have time right now, I've got to work. And then, my God, especially at the moment, in fact, I'm saying to my son, he's like, oh, let's go and do these things. I want to talk about bicycles or whatever it is. Let's go to skate park. It's like, I can't. I've got to work. And what I'm doing at the moment is I'm working on the house so I can then go away to work, and it's like, hang on a minute, what's going on? We're so involved in our work, and and the kids are so small. And there's a line that Maggie Smith is, we're talking about Maggie Smith just now, and they're saying the lines, and she says something, and it's not a favourite scene in line, but it's definitely, she says something where we have a special few years with them. After that, you're going to be running to them for attention. And it's like, oh gosh, yeah, you're right. But also, I have to work. Because do you know how much fucking food costs in this country? Mate, a cucumber is £1.
You're sounding like Peter Banning.
Do you know how much it is back in Greece? Not £1.
No.
It's about 30 cents for a cucumber. Maybe 25 cents. £1 for a fucking cucumber.
Well, we've got to wrap it in plastic.
God almighty. So I also have to work. And unfortunately, I have to go away all the time for work, which is brutal.
I think Peter Banning said the same thing.
Yeah. So there you go.
I'll just call you Banning from now on.
Yeah.
I'll lighten the mood. The thing I want to talk about is Peter Pan having a threesome. So when he's thrown off the pirate ship early on.
Oh, yes.
And he's under the water.
This is why I like diving, I think. I think it affected me early on. It's like, I'm going to, this underwater thing.
And it's looking like he's going to die. Yeah. And he gets saved by a mermaid.
Oh, my God.
She kisses him. Another mermaid turns up. She kisses him, and he's looking like he is having the time of his life. And then another mermaid turns up.
Yeah, she does.
Like, things get a little bit fruit de mer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it just becomes this foursome, and it's such an unnecessary scene. But definitely something I think they slipped in there for the adults. One mermaid would have been enough. Do you know what I mean? It didn't need three or four.
I've never thought about it until you're mentioning it now. I've just thought it was quite cool.
Peter Panning in the water, one mermaid, next scene.
You talked about it earlier being pantomime, and it starts with the pantomime. That's the thing. I should have been started on this page earlier. It does start out with the nativity and the panto, and the whole film is that got that kind of pantomime feel to it. You're absolutely right. The way it starts out like that, and again, I think maybe that's why I'm so drawn to it as well. I like it so fondly because I brought up on pantomime. Maybe it's just something we did when we still do go every year to the theatre to see the pantomime. Classic.
I'm jealous of that. That's good. I love a panto.
It's wonderful, the panto. It's great. Love it. I've never actually been in more than 2. I've been the dame in 2 pantos, obviously, because no.
Pantos, I think, it's like the best years of our life.
Yes,
it's behind you.
It's wonderful.
See what I did there?
Yeah,
the best years of our life are behind us.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh no, it's not.
I was going to say that. Oh yes, it is. Oh yes. No, it is wonderful, and it carries on in that great tradition. And I wonder if, he must be aware of British panto. He must be, because there's so much is drawn on that. Either that or Dustin Hoffman watched a whole load of it.
Well, at this point, we should probably credit a writer.
Oh yeah, true.
But we've forgotten who that is.
I don't know. J.M. Barrie.
Yeah, there's another one as well. I think I've got him on my
Do you know
notes
that he left the entire rights
Jim Hart
of Peter Pan to Great Ormond Street Hospital?
What a lovely guy.
Yeah. They own the rights to Peter Pan.
Oh.
Yeah. The hospital.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. When Rufio swings his sword at Peter Pan and stops a millimetre from his face?
Yeah.
Do you know how they did that?
No.
So they did it in reverse.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So he runs up to Peter, swings his sword, stops perfectly before him, and Dante Basco had to learn the moves and the lines in reverse.
I'm going to have to watch that now. I'm going to have to watch that. It starts
with the sword here.
Yeah.
And he says something to him. Backwards. He says, "You're dead, Jolly Man." Which is, and you can see it's not quite right.
Oh, I want to, but I've never noticed.
I noticed it, and that made me Google it.
Oh wow!
Yeah. It's a bit Japanese martial arts movie.
I will avenge your death. Bit Wayne's World then.
Yeah, exactly.
Wayne's World 2.
Dante Basco did a really great interview recently where he talked about filming the movie, and he said Hoffman was really adversarial. He said very adversarial. He said apparently went quite method.
I was going to say, but I think that works though.
Well,
because you can't just in and out of that character, can you?
So he treated the actor as his enemy, and that's fine. But he's 15 years old.
That's a bit much. Yeah.
And so he's a bit confused, bless him. But his acting coach told him to geek out on Hoffman movies and talk to him about his films, because there was another that happened previously in Hollywood. And so that apparently turned it around, and Hoffman went on to be great for him when it came to Rufio's death scene.
Okay.
And Dante Basco said, he became my acting coach for those days on set. We literally filmed it for like 2 or 3 days, and he was there every day directing me through the death scene. When you get to act that intimately with one of your heroes, it's phenomenal.
Looky, I got a hooky.
That must be amazing to have acting with Dustin Hoffman,
right,
who's just killed you. After treating you like shit for however long. There was meant to be a Lost Boys spin-off show.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, as a series? Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad there wasn't. I don't like the Lost Boys.
Yeah, but if that was going to happen, then they weren't going to kill off Rufio.
So they knew it. Yeah. Okay.
So what happened was Dante, the actor, said we were in contracts and it didn't go through. But years later, I talked to Hook screenwriter Jim Hart, who said I always wanted Rufio to die because it represented the darkness and the danger of Neverland. In order for Peter Pan to go, I need to get my kids out of Neverland. There needed to be something dire, which I've never thought about before. But it makes sense.
But why? Yeah, that's the thing. I've never. Why was I don't see Neverland as a dark place. It's just a bit of a fantasy world. We played cops and robbers at school, cowboys and Indians, or any one of those things where you got good guys and bad guys, and it's all make believe. It's all fun.
I understand that there has to be a realistic threat. Otherwise, why not just everyone stay there? Hook kills people. He kills Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Your turn.
I think
Dante Basco also said Robin Williams was absolutely lovely.
Obviously.
And they bonded over Filipino culture because Robin Williams married, second wife was Filipino, I think, or half Filipino.
Oh, okay.
And Dante Basco, his mum's Filipino.
Okay,
so they bonded over Filipino food and stuff.
Wow.
Delightful.
Lovely.
Your turn.
How about that? Yes, no, I don't think I have more that I want to talk about other than, otherwise it's just going to go on and on.
The main thing I want to talk about is, was it all a dream?
Was it all a dream? I don't know.
Like, all the way through, I was just wondering if this... Is it real? Is there a deeper explanation and sort of concept? Is it a metaphor? Hook even tells him as they fight that it's a dream, and he's a cold lawyer who drinks too much. And Then we see Smee sweeping up when he gets back home. When he gets back to London. And my take is the family go to London and basically he has a mental breakdown. And this was like his hallucination and madness.
Yeah. I think you can make up what you like about that. And I think the only reason that you can do that is because Smee is the street sweeper. It would have been nice to have Dustin Hoffman as well as something else in it somehow as a you know, to really hit home. It was a dream.
I was semi-expecting that.
Yeah.
This time.
I think Dustin Hoffman's a street sweeper allows you to go, oh, he's just woken up from a dream. Especially when he's playing with the dog and all that sort of. I think he's like it's very much like it's a very much Charles Dickens Scrooge or you know, that whole I've been shown my ways, the error of my ways. And you go and get the goose, the biggest goose you can find, and I'm going to live every day as if it's Christmas. You know, it's that I've done wrong by my kids or whatever. I've done wrong in my life. I've been shown the path that I should take, and now I'm going to take it and live every day. It's that kind of redemption arc for me.
It's a slight Inception vibe about it. Like I finished the movie going, oh, was it? Was it not? And I don't think it's just as simple as a dream thing. But the fact he's like on burnout, overworked type thing, and they go to a new place, there's something there that goes, this could be a setup. I don't think it is. I think it's just a fun kids movie.
I think it is. I think I think you can think what you like on this.
I think that's the beauty of movies, though, is that we take what we want from them, and then we go so deep into them because we've loved watching them for an hour and a half or 2 hours, and we just don't want to think about it more, and that's okay.
Yeah.
One last thing, though, there is a petition out about this movie.
A petition?
And that is about releasing more of it, or the original cut of the movie.
Because there isn't a director's cut or anything like that, is there?
No.
That I'm aware of. There's only the one.
So the website, which I've forgotten the name of, thinks that because there was an audience screening, like a test screening, not long before the movie came out, that apparently it was a lot longer and had other stuff in it.
Oh.
They are saying that the movie was cut to be something it was never originally meant to be. And I think they were saying it was meant to be darker. And all this kind of stuff. But I'm not sure the version they think exists is really out there.
Okay.
I think that there's very little detail in what they say this version is. There's lots of words and framing of normal processes in film to fit their narrative, but I read nothing that made me think another cut exists or even that much deleted footage. The website was set up in 2008. The petition launched in December 2025 and only has 1,800 signatures.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like there's a huge swell of release the Snyder cut or anything like that.
Sure.
And I just feel like, look, movies get changed.
Oh, they do.
You know?
I mean, to be honest, if it's got more Captain Hook in it, I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't think that's the way it was going.
No.
I think that's what they're claiming exists.
I see.
I think they are saying it's much more a darker Peter Banning, maybe the breakdown type thing. I can't remember now. But it didn't give me much weight or hope that anything was going to come of it. But I thought I'd mention it.
No, fair enough. That's interesting.
So let's talk about the end of the movie.
Right. Let's.
2 hours and 24 minutes.
Gee, is it that long?
It's that long. Doesn't
Bloody hell! It does. I thought it was.
It flies along.
It does.
Like Peter Pan or Toodles.
Who lost his marbles.
Yeah.
God, that's a long time. I didn't realise it's 2.5 hours. That's an epic.
What do you think of the ending, the Hook versus Pan ending?
I mean, I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I like it.
Well, I should say, before I forget to say it, I love the Pan discovering himself.
Yes.
The way that happens is very organic.
Yeah.
And I think when you take Robin Williams at the start to Robin Williams at the end, I love the progression.
I love his entrance as Pan when he cuts through the sail. That's like, I'm here. That's such a wonderful thing and it falls to the floor and it's like, here we go, we're on.
Yeah.
That's a great entrance.
So obviously they're not going to have Peter Pan kill Hook. That was a fairly obvious line in the sand. So they get the creative with the crocodile falling on him. I wouldn't say it's a definitive death. I think they definitely left the door open.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I like the passing of the sword when he's choosing which lost boy to hand it to.
Yes.
Definitely chose the right guy.
Yes.
My man. Thudbutt.
Yeah.
And then Peter's return home and seeing Bob Hoskins, and then Toodles flies off when he gets his marbles back. It's about as good an ending as you can imagine for me, but I'm not sure I needed to see Toodles actually flying over London.
Really?
I think I would have liked to have done a kind of a more subtle, here's your marbles, maybe they see some dust out the window or something.
I never really understood why Toodles left Neverland.
No.
I mean, I understand the premise of, he got adopted and he's come back from Neverland, he got adopted and he's forgotten all about his past and whatever. He's very, very good parents and moved to America and all that sort of stuff. I get it. But why is Tootles still hanging around the... why did he leave Neverland? Why didn't he stay there? Why didn't everyone just stay in Neverland if it's so fucking brilliant?
He had a thing for Wendy.
Ah, yeah.
He's been on a decades-long course to bang Wendy.
Yeah.
Favourite scenes and lines?
I mean, the play on words, I've lost my marbles, is quite lovely.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, that was clever.
It's quite funny.
So many funny lines in this. One of my favourites early on is Peter talking to Tinkerbell when he doesn't quite believe she's real. And he says, this is long, "You're a complex Freudian hallucination having something to do with my mother, and I don't know why you have wings, but you have very lovely legs." That was a standout kind of, ooh. "And you're a very nice tiny person, and what am I saying? I don't know who my mother was. I'm an orphan, and I've never taken drugs because I missed the 60s. I was an accountant." It was such a great line. There's so much detail in there. I
wonder if that's an ad-lib thing or if that's Robin Williams doing a thing.
Yeah.
Because he is so good at doing those things.
I wonder if he had like key points he would hit or something.
Yeah.
It was really fun, but actually really serious analysis of the scenario.
Yeah.
Your turn.
I am a child. When are you going to grow up? Or whatever. It's just like, but I am a child. I mean, that's the classic one. It's like, oh, actually, I don't know. I was talking to my son earlier today, and he was doing something, and I was like, oh God, I was frustrated with something or other. I was like, bloody hell, just tidy this up and do that thing, So yeah, but why wouldn't you be interested in this thing that you're doing? Because that's the only thing that exists. And I'm thinking of everything else and how I'm going to pay the taxes and this is going to be built and I'm going to go down. And go, oh, bloody hell, just grow up.
How often do parents say that to kids?
Oh God, all the time.
Grow up. It's
awful.
It's weird...
It's so awful, isn't it? And this is the thing, right? This is the overarching thing that I like to think I haven't grown up at all, because I haven't at all. But I have. But also, I absolutely haven't. I try not to grow up, and I keep telling everyone, don't grow up, just be silly. That's all you need to do is be silly. And I keep telling the kids, don't grow up. Honestly, it's not worth growing up. It's not. I've done it, and it's crap. Honestly, don't grow up.
You've grown up, but you're immature.
I am.
That's the thing, aren't we all?
Unfortunately, I am now an adult, and I have to work and pay taxes and stuff. But it's like, hang on a minute. No, I didn't. I never actually really wanted to do this, and I have no choice. But you do have no choice as an adult to adult. But I don't want to.
You're doing your best to try and escape it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That's all we can do.
Absolutely.
The things that keep us young.
Yeah.
One of my favourite lines is Smee, when he comes out and introduces Captain Hook for the first time. He says,
yes,
let's give him a big hand, because he's only got one. Simple but effective.
Yep. Oh, man. Anything that Hook says, my great and worthy opponent.
Steer 3.
It's funny.
You
are home, Jack.
Yeah, that's the classic.
It's just wonderful. It's just all his lines are wonderful.
Yeah. Another quick one, when one of the Lost Boys says, when Peter Crash lands in their hideout, and he just says, "Who's the shrub?"
Oh, yes. That's great, actually, isn't it?
That's such a kid line.
It is. Oh, dear.
One of my most vivid memories from this, even without seeing it for 30 years, was the imaginary food scene.
Yes.
Oh, it's so wonderful. The colourful pies and the food. It's
wonderful.
as if it was designed by kids.
It's wonderful. Oh, he said, in fact, there's a line in there. He's like, Gandhi ate more than this.
Yeah. I wouldn't have got that as a kid.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And the scene that leads up to that is the great exchange of insults. And it's the emergence of Pan that's so brilliantly paced. The way it's edited and the way Williams does it, it's so good, the way he emerges. And on set, Robin Williams would improv it. I think it's just brilliantly done.
There was one, I think he was in business mode. I think he was at the office, and he said, so you're telling me a 10-inch owl has a 50-mile mating radius? Because they couldn't get planning permission for whatever. He's on the phone and then she chucks it out the window or something like that. But that was quite funny.
Yeah, that again over your head as a kid. Yeah. The scene where the little kid pulls and pushes Robin Williams' face, and eventually says, "There you are, Peter." Yeah. That was always powerful to me as a kid. I was like, "Holy shit!"
I think he's the youngest.
Yeah,
and he's just lovely.
Yeah, and even more so as an adult, like. it really hit me this time. Like, we are the same person, just our skin that changes. That's effectively what he's doing in that scene, like looking into his soul. Almost.
Yeah.
That I think that might be the most powerful scene in the movie for me.
It's another wicked Maggie Smith line for me. In a crisis, we English always love a cup of tea.
There's a brilliant bit when he's become Pan and he's sort of attacking the pirate ship, and the pirate says, "Wait, aren't you?" And Robin Williams goes, "Peter Pan," and he just jumps out the window.
Yes.
Oh God.
When obviously you came to our boat and went on it when we had a boat. Maybe that's why I also became a captain, because somewhere deep down I was quite affected by this film. You know, I just want to be Hook. We also had some other friends from Exeter come on the boat, and I remember when he first came onto the boat, it was night. He came up, we were standing on the bow, and he was looking at the stars, and just before he set off, he was just like, second star to the right and straight on till morning. Like, yes.
Lovely.
Nice.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Any more from you on favourite scenes and lines?
That's what I wanted to say. Frank Langella.
Yeah.
Could you see him as Hook?
Yeah.
The guy that plays Skeletor?
It's hard to see anyone else but Dustin Hoffman.
I know.
But I'm trying to picture it.
I don't know. I was just on the plane and I thought, I've just written it as a note. I was just like, I could see that kind of thing.
I think they approached it very similarly in that they both went over the top camp. But I would say Hook is just the lovable bad guy, where Skeletor is the terrifying bad guy. I thought for a minute you were going to say, oh yeah, they offered it to him.
No, I just thought...
Fantasy casting.
Yeah.
Tell me, Peter, the loneliness of adulting, is it as lonely as...
Don't try and stop me, Smee. Don't try and stop me. Don't you dare try and stop me, Smee. Don't try and stop me, Smee. Stop me, Smee. Stop me, Smee. Stop me. Get up off your ass and try and stop me, Smee.
Yes, and the fact that it's an attempted suicide is not lost on me this time. I was like, he said the word suicide.
Hey, really? I'm trying to commit suicide, Smee. It's like, bloody
Don't you ever worry me again, or whatever he says. It's bloody brilliant.
Death is the only great adventure.
That is a great scene.
That is a great scene. That's it, that'll do.
Excellent. It's time to rank it.
Shall I go first? Yes.
Yes, I thought you might.
I mean, I can't. And this is the thing. When I said earlier, I'd like to come to it now as an adult, having never seen it, a bit like I did to Karate Kid, and fucking hated it. And you love it, you know. And this is the thing. And again, I'm ranking it purely because I love it, because I've seen it as a kid. So it's got so much fondness for me. So it's almost not fair. But then, you know, I don't care, because I love this film because I saw it as a kid, and I still love it today. And I'll watch it again tomorrow. I would.
I love everything about it. And as a kid, I definitely would have given it an S.
Yeah.
There's something about the fact that I haven't seen it for almost 30 years that makes me think, you can't give that an S if you haven't watched it in so long.
Really? What about, can't you forget about something and revisit it and go, what bloody hell, this is brilliant?
I think part of me does go, it's a kid's film, isn't it?
Ooh. And
it's wrong to say that.
That is. That really is.
Because I enjoyed it on so many adult levels. Normally if I'm going to give it an S, I immediately know it's an S. And if I have any doubt, I don't think it's fair to give it an S.
No, that's fair.
So I think I'm going to give it an A. But I'll probably feel bad about it, and I'll probably watch another behind the scenes of it or something and go, should have given that an S.
Yeah.
But it's a great film.
Yeah, it is. No, it is. It is a truly great film. And I think that a lot of critics, including Spielberg, are massively unfair to this film.
Yeah,
a lot of people have ranked this film. I think viewer opinion on IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes is very high.
Is it? I should have looked at that.
And then actual critics are like, no, not so sure about this one, which is a real shame, because I think it's a stunning film, visually, acting wise. I mean, some bits are the best, and I'm not like I said, I'm not a big fan of the Lost Boys, to be honest. I'm not, whatever, but everything else, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Let's see what Rotten Tomatoes says and some of those other rankings.
We ought to see what our Patreons rank.
Yes,
really.
We'll do that immediately next. Rotten Tomatoes, 37%.
Right.
That's bad.
That is bad.
But the popcorn-o-meter, so 37% is critics.
Yeah.
Fans is 76.
I mean, it just goes to show, doesn't it?
IMDb 6.8, Letterboxd 3.5 out of 5, Amazon 4.6 out of 5.
I don't quite understand that.
No.
But again, it could be just me being me.
It's me.
It's
just me.
It's me.
Yes, let's look at Patreon. Kat says, Robin Williams is fantastic in this. His transformation from stressed businessman to the Peter Pan we know is perfectly executed, allowing us to see him rediscover himself rather than it happening instantly. Yeah. Dustin Hoffman is equally brilliant. His Captain Hook isn't terrifying, but wonderfully theatrical and full of personality. For me, it's the themes that stand out more and more with each rewatch.
Yes.
What appears to be an adventure about Peter returning to Neverland and saving his children is actually a story about finding the parts of ourselves that we sometimes leave behind. Oof. It is perhaps a warning about putting career before your family and friends and missing out on all the moments, both big and small.
Yeah, right.
The film is so wonderful it's hard to pick out favourite scenes. They all serve a part in the story. Nothing feels out of place. If I had to pick, I would say the imaginary feast leading to the food fight stands out because it captures that pure sense of joy and imagination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For me, the memorable lines aren't just the funny ones, and there are many of those. It's the lines that remind us that this film is about adults remembering that imagination and joy are worth fighting for. And then she quotes, "Oh, there you are, Peter," which is really well done.
Yeah.
And then she also quotes, "To live would be an awfully big..." Oh no, it's Peter that says that, isn't it? "To live would be an awfully big adventure."
Yeah.
Which is said at the end of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hook is a reminder that it's okay to grow up, but we should never lose the child that lives within us and is S tier every day of the week.
Yes, Kat. Absolutely agree. Bryn, thank you so much for writing into us.
Writing in like they've addressed a P.O. box letter.
Well, as someone who enjoys fairy tales and films by Disney, I should love the story of a boy who never grew up, but I don't.
Oh, what?
Well, that's controversial.
Oh, straight to the point.
There's something about this arrogant kid getting one over on adults, which has always irritated me. So I hadn't seen Hook until I watched this for this podcast. Wow, okay, going into it, what intrigued me the most was how the director, who was just about to make Jurassic Park and Schindler's List, ended up with a movie that has a Rotten Tomatoes score only marginally better than Legends. Now I've seen it, I think I understand why. Good
I'm
God.
intrigued. At this point, I'm just going to say I'm intrigued because Bryn is always objectively fair, I would say, in his opinion. So I'm going to see what adventure we go on with Bryn's comment.
Right, okay. Robin Williams, the comic, was fantastic, but his performances as an actor were hit and miss. And for me, this was mostly a miss. He failed to convince as Peter Banning, the Rufus lawyer, and his I'm a sensible grown-up act wore thin. But despite that, I found the opening scenes beautiful and made me think I was on course to enjoy this film. And then Julia Roberts pitched up. She was very annoying, but a joy compared to the American kids playing the Lost Boys. I think J.M. Barrie would have loved those as much as the Brothers Grimm would have loved their dark stories being filled with cute dancing animals by Walt. Robin's Pan was better, but only during those times when he wasn't trying to be like them. Yeah, I must admit, this is the thing, I don't like the Lost Boys, but not enough for me to be like, I don't like this film.
I can see where he's coming from, given his viewing history of it, or lack of.
Yeah. The production design and John Williams' score were magnificent, and there were a few lovely and very moving moments, but only Dustin Hoffman could have really saved the day for me. He really gave a great performance, but there was too much of the pantomime in it, much like the rest of the movie.
It's funny. That's what we like.
That's funny. That's literally the part that I love the most. Is actually all I want to see is Hook. I could just watch just the Hook bits, and I would be happy. Critics dislike Hook for being too sentimental, and Spielberg has never been afraid to wring the emotion out of his stories, but there was enough sugar here to finish off a diabetic. We talk about how rankings are subjective, and if I went with how much I enjoyed this film, it would be a C. But I know this would be a perfect entertainment for young kids, and it was crafted with a lot of love by a master filmmaker. So for those reasons, I'm objectively giving it a B.
I think you should give it a C, Bryn. I think you stick by the C.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, good for you.
But fair play.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting take. I'm surprised by that. I am.
Davey B says, Firstly, so fucking happy you're doing it.
Excellent.
We'll be very intrigued to hear your thoughts on it, looking from a father's perspective now. Please do really listen to the soundtrack. Remembering childhood through You're Not Alone, which is the name of the song, right?
Yeah.
Is very therapeutic for me, especially when you need to take yourself out for a while and just reflect on things.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Yes, I think it's always good to see what other people think.
I do like when our patrons write in. I'm doing it again. I've watched too much Blue Peter when I was young. I do like it when patrons comment and other people weigh in with their thoughts. And it's interesting to see how varied or different they are to ours. That's interesting.
That was a spectrum, though. You went S, I went A, Bryn went B/C.
Yeah.
Kat went, what, S?
S, yeah.
Right, if you want more things from 1991, we'll both be back next week with the Fast Forward episode looking at the top 10 grossing movies of that year.
Yes.
You excited about that?
I am very excited about that because I haven't got a fucking clue what we're doing.
No, we're going to very much ad-lib it. We're going to do a Robin Williams
we're
at the
do
feast table.
Pantomime business.
But what's the next movie we'll be rewinding on the main show? Well, this time it's the pick of our Patreons. And at the last live hangout, where we talked about movies, everyone nominated one movie and then we picked one at random, and that one movie was 1981's Clash of the Titans.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. Yes. In fact, I'm going to watch that in my gîte in France.
Oh, delightful.
Absolutely.
It's definitely a movie I grew up with, made the same year I was. But anyway, please leave us a review on your podcast platform of choice, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever. It all really helps. You can also find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Rewind Classic Movies. And if you want to write in, it's rewindclassicmovies@gmail.com. P.O. Box 3SS.
Right. Please send a self-addressed envelope.
Right, that's the show. Thanks so much for spending time with us. If you want to come and hang out, get behind-the-scenes updates, bonus content, or early access, or ad-free listening, then join us on the Patreon, where you can get a backlot pass for just $5 a month. We'll see you next week. Sorry about the mess. Say goodbye, AJ. I said say it.
My great and worthy opponent. You are home, Jack.
AJ.
Neighbours.
There you are.
Bye.